Hero sold their first digital drop on Thursday. It sold out fairly easily. So in this video, we're going to talk about the prices skyrocketing over the last few days, some of the things I've been doing, my game plan with all of this, you should be thinking about when it comes to this digital drop, and some other things you need to know. So let's get started. Welcome in everyone, my name is Andy and I appreciate you taking some time out your day to come watch this video on the channel. Just before we get started, if you are enjoying the content and you want to support me further, you can hit a subscribe button, and if you want to support me further than that, you can join the membership. So the Hero drop, as most of you know, was on Thursday. People got whitelisted and then some people got the emails. Now, what surprised me the most was that because not everyone got these emails to actually give them the opportunity of getting into this drop, the drop still sold out in around 13 minutes, and that was with 7,000 packs left at $50 a pack. Now, after that, prices started kind of surging. The packs themselves started to go up to $150, $200, and some of the prices of the collectibles as well were rising pretty quickly. Joker at the time, which is an epic card and sitting at around 400 editions, actually was selling for around $1,000 quickly on the day of the drop. After that, at one point, his prices rose to around $3,500, is now sitting at around $2,500 and around that area anyway. So prices definitely skyrocketed over the weekend and are starting to level themselves out in a sort of level playing field when it comes to what they are, but they're certainly higher than they were. And packs are now at around $720, with all-time highs at around $850 from what I saw. Don't know if they went higher than that, they may have. But even at that price, going from $50 a pack to now $720-ish, and now about 8,000 packs opened with 2,000 unopened, it's interesting to see how this has sort of shifted and how this actually plays out. One of the massive benefits that Hero has from the beginning is that you can transfer your collectibles to Immutable X and sell them for ETH right there and then. Now, I managed to do that, and people have already been able to sell things for a fair increase in price, just purely due to selling on IMX because people can pay with ETH. So right now, I think there's a limit on how much you can deposit in one day on the Hero app, and also there's a lot of people with a lot of ETH to spend. So having this interoperability is really, really nice to actually use and utilize, because I've been able to sell things for ETH whilst also selling things on the app just for the dollars, and I'm still able to take them out because cash out is already available in the countries that Hero is available in as of right now. All of these playing together as a factor has made me really, really enjoy this drop. Buying the packs was literally in the blink of an eye. It was so easy. There was no question about how easy that was. You would have saw in the video that I actually showed you me buying the pack, and I was surprised beyond belief that this was that easy to do, and it was that smooth and there was no issues. But with the buying, selling, trading and all that sort of stuff as well, again, there's really no issues. You can trade with people on the app. You can offer money for something that's on the marketplace if people allow offers to come in. Buying and selling is really, really simple, and sort of filtering, although could be improved slightly, is still really, really easy to do and aesthetically pleasing on the app itself. On the first day when I had completed the drop, I was 38th in the world when it came to the digital rankings of what it was. Now, for some of you who are involved in Hero, you'll know that if you rank in the top 100 when a snapshot does come for the leaderboard in regards to points, you're going to be getting the Riddler card, and if you actually complete the full set, you're going to get the Batman card. Now, I believe there's an extra Batman card that people are going to get for completing this set. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work just yet, but I know there's another additional mythic card that people are going to be getting for this. So it will be really interesting to see how that sort of plays out and how that runs. Now, my initial plan was to actually be in the top 100. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get in the top 100. I wanted to get that Riddler card. But then I thought to myself, the profit that I can make here, that I'm then able to take back and recoup all my investments I've made into Hero with the physical stuff that's going to be coming on the 18th, as well as all the money that I put in, which was around $650 for Hero with the cards that I've already got, it seemed like the best option. So I started to sell off some of the cards at the all-time highs. I saw the market go that way really, really quickly, and I thought it wasn't going to be able to sustain that level forever. For that, I was actually right, because the prices have dipped from what they were at with their all-time highs, but they still are high compared to what they were at originally on day one. So I did decide to sell most of my cards and most of the lower mints to sort of get the liquidity there and take out some of the cash so that I can recoup all of my investments, and then everything I'm using within the Hero app for that as just free money to play around with and do whatever I want with. Other reason for this was because I've so heavily invested into the physical hybrid cards that are going to be coming out in this set that I would much rather complete that set than the digital one right now. I know this digital one is important because it's the first ever drop the hero has done, but the hybrid cards is just a different sort of boat. I understand there's more additions with that, and that's the sort of area with this, but when it comes to completing that sort of set and me investing into that, that's the area I am more focused on. But what I will say is I believe this will play out just like any other snapshot that usually happens for something that people are selling, or the ways that these will go. And I'll tell you what that is. So usually what happens when it comes to something like a snapshot or an airdrop that's going to be happening on a collectible or an NFT or anything like that, is that people run up the prices really, really high towards the snapshot to get as good of a place as they can to be a part of what this snapshot is. Now, for this in particular, the snapshot is for the top 100 people on the leaderboard or someone who has completed the full set for this. By doing so, you need to have basically all the cards or really low mints to do that, which means it costs more money to do. Therefore, people who are wanting more points have to buy things that are more of a premium, and people who are getting the low mints then can sell them for higher because they have more of a premium value to them. And as the snapshot gets closer and closer, people start to panic because maybe they're not in the top 100. They want to buy more, so prices drive up a little bit further. But after the snapshot has happened, there's no real incentive to hold as of right now anyway, from what we know. Now, this might not be the case, as there were some teasers that this wasn't going to be the case and it wasn't just that original drop, but we haven't got confirmation yet, so I'm not 100% sure. But after something like a snapshot does happen, people then tend to sell off because they know they can sell off after the snapshot has taken place. If they realize they're not going to get involved in it and they're not going to get the top 100, then they'll probably sell off before that. But for those who are challenging to get involved, they will want to purchase things at a premium price to make sure they're hitting that top 100 list. And that's where, after this snapshot occurs, prices start to dip, and that's where I'm going to try to buy in. I would love to complete this set and this digital set, but for me to complete the mythics with maybe 10 grand and maybe 6 or 7 grand for the Riddler, it's not something that I'm really capable of doing as of right now. But that's okay. I still do want to complete most of that digital set, as it will be the first and will go down in history as what it is. I was lucky enough to pack a Deadshot A1, which I'm planning on selling, but I'm not really sure what I'm wanting to sell it at just yet. It's interesting to see how people are shifting their sort of game plan when it comes to that. I've had some comments on YouTube and Twitter about me selling stuff and that I shouldn't be doing that. First of all, I can do what I want with my investments. This is a free world. We can do what we want. We can buy and sell and share, trade any way that we want. Just because I'm a YouTuber and I create content doesn't mean I'm still looking out for myself and what I'm planning to do. If I can recoup my investments with this and then play my game plan even better, the hybrid set, then I'm going to do that. And if you want to keep your stuff and run the wave, then by all means do that too. But I've seen these OpenSea and NFT waves sort of play out in certain areas, and I knew that if I could take profits at the all-time high at that point, I was definitely going to do it. I want to do more beginner videos on Hero to help you understand that a little bit more. I've actually got a full trading session that I'd done on Hero on day one on the Thursday. I recorded for about an hour after I stopped the pack opening. So if you want to see that, please let me know in the comments. I might just release it to members only and not really cut it up and just allow them to watch the trades, sort of what I do maybe in my thought process when it comes to that. And I also did more trading later on. So if you do want to see some videos on sort of what I look for when it comes to trading, or how I've been able to recoup sort of investments and that sort of stuff, then be sure to let me know, because I do want to do that and I do want to provide that for you. I've done it for Vive when it comes to the market, and I still want to do more for Vive in the future, but as of right now anyway, my focus is Hero because there's not really much moving on Vive right now, and that's okay. That's just what happens with investments sometimes. Sometimes you're just there to hold. I would definitely love to do more videos on Hero if that's something you want to see. At the end of this video, I want to give some tips just in general from what I've saw on my experience on Hero at the moment, for those of you who are getting involved or just wanting to get in and see what it's like. So the first one is about low mints. Just like Vive, or if you're coming in for the first time, the lower the mint on Hero, the more points that you're going to get towards the leaderboard. Now, right now, everything is based on the leaderboard when it comes to the points itself. So the lower the mint, the higher number of points that you're going to get, meaning the higher price that you can sell or buy something at when you're doing so. So if you have a really, really low mint, make sure you're looking at the market and seeing what people are selling your score or mint at, so you can get a sort of average when it comes to that. If you're selling your low mint at floor price price, you're probably not getting as much as you could get with that. And the low mints do matter because of the increase in score. Now, when you have cards in your account, the duplicates with higher mints don't actually count towards your score. It's only the lowest card that you have and that score from it. So if you do have duplicates and you're looking to make a little bit of money back, maybe look at selling some of those duplicates and getting a little bit of recoup of your investment, and then keeping the other ones with the low mints. Pack prices you might be a little bit concerned about, with sitting at $725 when retail was $50, and then some other things are sort of not going for that price. You might be wondering why packs are so expensive. So what often happens when it comes to packs, and unopened packs at that, is they're more expensive because there is a chance of getting something that is way more expensive than the pack. If you get any epic or mythic, you're going to be making your money back. But of course, the majority of people are going to get the common, uncommon, and superior, which won't single-handedly make the money back from it. This is why the packs sit in this sort of median area where it's a little bit higher than just retail and it's lower than something like the mythics, because if they cost 10 grand and the mythics were costing 10 grand, it wouldn't really make sense for people to buy, and the chances of them making their money back would be extremely slim. Have that sort of happy medium of where they sit at, and it's sort of the reason they're there. So don't be too concerned with the pack prices. If it's not something you can afford, then that's totally fine, but there is a reason that packs sit at that price anyway. There have been some issues when it comes to the app itself. I know for pending money offers that people are saying you can't actually accept those at the moment. I've had some problems with it. I know a lot of other people have had problems with it. So if you've accepted a trade offer for money when it comes to the things you're open to offers, they don't seem to work right now. And also with trade offers with actual collectibles, be very careful. Not a second agreement button. If you hit accept trade, it accepts the trade right away. So be careful with what you're accepting trades for, what you're looking at. Just make sure that you're not accepting something you don't want to get. There's not an extra step to do, are you sure you wish to proceed? It just does it right away. They are looking to implement that, but it is something to take note of so that you don't make that initial mistake. Of course, a lot of other tips that I could give when it comes to this, and there's a lot of things I've learned over the weekend with all of it, because I have been spending quite a lot of time on Hero, just buying, trading, selling, sort of working my way around the app to understand it a little bit more, because my focus is going to be once these hybrid cards come out and once that sort of stuff, I want to complete that set. That is my aim. I want to be at the top of the leaderboard, or as close as I can be. So I have bought a lot of packs to do so, but I guess we'll see how that goes once they're initially released on the 18th of April. We've got another 14 days or so before that happens, so I'm really excited for it. But what's your thoughts on Hero? Did you get involved with the packs? Have you got some unopened with the 2,000 that are left unopened, or did you FOMO in and open them all? Be sure to let me know down below. Another video on screen now will be something you'll love to watch. Have a fantastic day.